This bike is a Suzuki Intruder VS800. And it's a 1996 model that I just picked up. It's a good bike for somebody that's not too tall. Let's put it that way. If you're 6 foot or over, this bike's gonna be a little cramped on you. I'm 5'9", and it fits me well. No problem there. But it can be a little bit cramped. It feels a little bit cramped, even for me at my height. But again, I'm used to my Triumph Tiger, so that might explain that. But the bike's a runner, and the bike is a looker. Oh my goodness, this bike is good looking. Let me find a spot. Probably could have used that. There's something up here. Recreation area, share the road. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, the Intruder. What can I tell you about it? This bike is a nice blue, kind of like a, oh, I don't know, Le Mans blue is how I look at it, like Chevy Le Mans blue. It's got, I'll show you when I get pulled over here, it's got some nice silverish white on the side of the gas tank. I took one of these. I had a 1400, and if I didn't get cut off earlier, you already heard about that, but I had a 1400 model of this bike, and I rode it from Florida to Arkansas, and rode around Arkansas for a few days with some people from a forum. Rode it back home to Florida, and about a month later, just over a month later, I rode it from Florida to New York State and back, with some stops along the way. I don't mind telling you that when I got back, or actually before that, when I was on the way home from New York State, I wanted to sell the bike and hitchhike. It was that uncomfortable. The seat was killing my tailbone. The riding position was just horrible. It's kind of you're sitting straight up, like if you're sitting in an office chair. That's how you sit on these bikes. My knees are at a 90-degree angle. My feet are directly under them. My butt is back, and I'm sitting upright. Now, that's fine, like I say, for around town, for short distance riding. No problem. But not to do 3,000 miles in a matter of 2 weeks. At least not for me. There's probably somebody out there that can do it and have no problem with it, but it wasn't me. Thankfully, that trip is what made me get the Tiger. Alright, let's get this thing out in the sun. Show it off a little bit. I think I might be pushing it on the gas. Alright, well, we'll deal with that in a minute. Alright, let's take a look. I'm just using my Oxford tank bag here because it's got no luggage, but let me get that pulled off for you. Okay, there she is. 1996 Suzuki Intruder VS800. The chrome on this bike is outstanding. On mine, all this chrome on this was all bubbling up, peeling off, flaking. You see that crappy cast aluminum or whatever that is underneath. It was horrible. Not this one. This one's got a little bit of rash here and over here where the guy dropped it. Guy dropped the bike both times, but these engine bars did exactly what they were supposed to do. Caught it. It didn't even damage The mirror, well, you know, these are aftermarket mirrors. I don't know why people put those down. I like the stock ones, but didn't damage anything. Well, I take that back. There's a little scrape back here. It did scrape this up. But look at that chrome. Look, I ain't done nothing. I wiped the bike down. The seat's good. It's got good seats. Let me tell you what, this bike is so original. You take this cover off right here. Put a key in, you pull that off. There's a toolkit in there. The original Suzuki toolkit is in this bike. I couldn't believe it. In fact, when I got this bike running, the carbs need to be adjusted. They still do. I ain't got it tweaked yet 100%, but the factory, Suzuki, puts plugs on the carbs over the air fuel mixture screws. Emissions crap. Those plugs were still in this bike. That means in the 20 years this bike's been on the road, nobody has ever adjusted the air and fuel mixture on those two carburetors. This Suzuki V-twin has dual carbs. So the other thing that I may have to do is balance the two carbs. They could be out of balance. If nobody's adjusted the air fuel mixture, nobody's probably ever balanced the carbs. And you should maybe check that on your bike every year or two if you've got more than one carburetor. But yeah, this bike, it's phenomenal. The paint's great. There's a few nicks and whatnot. There's a little nick here. This here's got a gas tank's got one nick. You can see that right there. Another one over there. I don't know what this is. Some kind of mark. It's on both sides, almost like something was tied here. Maybe somebody towed it and put a strap over that or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it looks great. This bike looks great. Thanks. Yeah. Hold on a second. I just one. All right, had a little visitor from Fish and Wildlife. Anyhow, back to the bike. The Suzuki Intruder, it's a V-twin, 800 cc's. Water cooled, which is a nice feature. It's got hydraulic clutch, drum brake in the rear, disc brake in the front, single disc brake on top of that. But it's a small bike, they don't take much. And it's a shaft drive. That's it. This bike is basic. There's no other extra bells and whistles. There's no electronic cruise. There's no LED anything. It's got just, you know, your regular standard halogen headlights, halogen turn signals. But look at this blue. That blue is beautiful. The bike is phenomenal. I'm really pleased with it. Good deal. I get that engine smoothed out a little bit. Handlebar chrome is all good. It's got 32,876 miles on it. And when I say it's easy to maintain, if you're a Triumph rider and you're watching this video, Triumph Tiger rider, you know the gas tank is a little bit of a hassle to get off. This bike, take out a screw here for the side cover, you pull it off. Underneath there's one side cover on each side, same deal. One screw, pull it off. The seat has got a screw on each side. You take them two screws out, lift the seat off. The tank, it's got one bolt right underneath the seat here. You pull that out, you undo that bolt. You take the petcock hose line off, tank comes right off. Now, we're talking 8 minutes, maybe less. Get that tank off. Everything's exposed after that. All the harness, the fuel lines, the throttle cable, all that stuff's right underneath the tank. Real slim line bike. Easy to maintain. I've already had the tank off and everything. They're going through the starting system trying to get it to run. But there she is. So let me put this on. Like I say, I'm 5'8", 5'9". This bike is really easy to handle. You see here, I'm Standing flat-footed on the ground. One leg over. That's it. Now, I'm still standing up. Over the seat. My jeans are baggy, but I can hit a hole. Oh, the distance of my fist is still between my butt and the seat. There's that much space over it. And the bike is light. It only weighs, I think, 500 pounds. So it's easy to maneuver there. And then when you sit on it, sitting down on the bike, look at it bend in my knee. Flat-footed, both sides. Again, 5'9", 30-inch inseam. Not a problem. Let's see. Now, there is one drawback with Suzuki Intruders. The gas tank capacity bites. The 1400 held just over 3 gallons, I think, and would get me about 100 miles. This bike has got even less. I think it's 2.7 or something, I think it was. I know this because I ran out of gas the other day with it when I first got it home. The other owner didn't have much gas in it, so when I went to start it and ride it the first couple of times, just, up the road and back a mile or so, by the time I got back home, fortunately I live right next door to a gas station. I went to make the U-turn to go into my driveway, and the bike stalled right there. So I flipped it down in the reserve, got into the gas station, filled it up. It was only 2-something gallons. And if my last bike got me 100 miles on 3, and this is getting me just over 2, I'm at 88 miles. I need to get gas. So let's make sure she starts up and gets us back. We'll get some gas directly. Yeah, bike, start right up and purr. Got a little bit of skipping, but I gotta adjust those air fuel screws. Oh, goodness. Fun little bike. But this bike is just really impressive how good a shape that it's in, don't you think? I mean, yeah, this bike is starting to get out of gas. I don't think reserve's going to get me very far. Well, we'll take it as long as we can. Yeah, we're out of gas. I don't think that reserve is going to last very long. Have to see what we can do. Alright, I'm going to cut you off for now because there ain't no sense in you seeing me push this bike if it does run out of gas. Thanks for watching.